Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a new center in Corbin works to provide at-home care for senior citizens. And a recent graduate got the signature of a lifetime on their diploma.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 6 a.m. on Wednesday, June 5th. Now let's go on ahead and send it over to meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your forecast this morning.
Hello, Olivia. Cloudy sky this morning. Raindrops moving through the area. You can see the pavement is wet here in Whitesburg, although we haven't had any rain for a little while. Temps in the mid-60s. Showers wrapped up before 4 or 5 o'clock here around the Hazard area. Obviously, the raindrops, though, leaving everything kind of on the wet side. Damp. It is in the 60s. Patchy fog, Harlan, quarter-mile visibility, a little more dense there. Pikeville and London seeing the visibilities around 1.25 miles to 1.5 miles. 60s to around 70 for our temperatures this morning. It's definitely a warmer morning. Again, Middlesboro starting at 70, Clintwood at 62. Here's some of the raindrops moving through the area. Most of them now are east of Pikeville and headed over towards the West Virginia and Virginia line. Couple of showers north of the Tri-Cities, and again, east of Pikeville, and some showers also north of the Ashland area. A couple of showers here have developed near Moorhead in the last half hour or so. So can't rule out a raindrop or two this morning. The best chance of showers and storms, though, will kick back up for later on this afternoon. So we'll have some showers around this morning in areas of fog and maybe some thunder for later this afternoon. As we get you out the door from the travel forecast, temperatures to around 80 degrees with scattered storms. Olivia?
Mace, thank you. The city of Corbin is working to create safer roads in the community. Yesterday, the city of Corbin hosted a meeting to plan what to do with $200,000 from the Safe Streets for All grant. The grant is used to pinpoint areas of infrastructure needs, especially in relation to safety concerns. The meeting was open to the public, and Mayor Susie Rasmus says the involvement from the community is important.
If you drive down the same roads every day from work and home, you don't really know what's going on the other end of town. So people have their own issues that maybe the city is not aware of. So it's an opportunity for their voice to be heard and see if there's a way for us to be able to help them.
Mayor Rasmus says they are continuing to compile information from the community over the next month before they formulate a plan. And staying in Corbin, community members gathered at the Tri-County Square Shopping Center for the ribbon cutting of a new care center for the elderly. WYMT's Jack Demler has more on the importance of Mountain View PACE.
For senior citizens, access to medical needs while being able to stay at home isn't easy to come by.
There's a terrible cycle that older patients get put in sometimes, where it's home to the hospital to the nursing home, back to home, back to the hospital, back to the nursing home. And so they get in this downward spiral of a cycle.
But with the new Mountain View PACE Center in Corbin, that cycle isn't as much of a problem.
We try to provide those things that seniors need at home in order to stay at home, in order to stay as
around the individual.
The participants are the center of our program. In PACE, nationally, the program is built around a patient-centered, a participant-centered approach.
A way to show supporting seniors is a priority. In Corbin, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
The center already has 6 people enrolled and will start providing services on July 1st. There will also be an opening of a Mountain View PACE Center in Pikeville today. One recent graduate had an extra signature on his diploma, courtesy of country music standout Chris Stapleton. Joel May realized his diploma was in his backpack on the way to the Railbird Festival in Lexington over the weekend, so he took the coincidence as a challenge, making a sign to hold up, asking headliner Chris Stapleton, also a Johnson Central grad, to autograph the achievement.
Stood there for 5 hours. I had a waterproof blanket to cover up the sign to make sure it didn't get wet because it was pouring like the whole time. And then I had a poncho on, and I had my diploma and the packages in tucked in my waistband, and I was just praying that the poncho was going to keep it dry enough.
May says he is not only a fan of Stapleton's music, but also his community support and the fact that he always remembers his roots.
Good morning. We're seeing some raindrops around the area. It looks like it's dried out here in Moorhead, though. It's 68 degrees. The roadway even drying off there along I-64. But clouds, some foggy areas, and recent raindrops from a couple hours ago here in Hazard, leaving a coating of damp conditions all across the area. Foggy conditions as well. Pikeville visibility has improved, but Harlan has dropped down to 3/4 of a mile and London just over a mile. So a little hazy, foggy, of course, cloud showers passing through. Low 60s for Clintwood, upper 60s around Manchester, even as warm as 71 in Louisville, and we've seen some temperatures close to 70. Middlesboro right now is at 69. So showing you the warm air with the cloud cover. We will warm up into the 80s today, but we have some showers to talk about as well, just to the east of the Tri-Cities, near Emory, some showers near Pikeville, and a shower or two, it looks like, here right around Moorhead and north of Ashland. Forecast for today, 70-degree weather, maybe 80 for our high, with, of course, storms passing through the region. Olivia.
Thank you, Mason. Thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Just ahead, we'll take a look at an emotional day of opening statements in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial.